Our next presenter won an AAACP Image Award for Belle. She made her writing debut on The Secret Laughter of Women and adapted Zora Neale Hurston's Their Eyes Were Watching God. Presenting the award to Spencer Harvey and Lloyd Harvey is Misan Sagai.
Good evening. Bringing diverse voices into filmmaking is often portrayed as hard work, but diversity is nature's norm. An effort has to be made to achieve the uniformity that we're used to. It takes effort to close your eyes and ears to people who don't look like you, love like you, or people who you may not meet in your normal life. What has thrilled me about the deliberations in the Nicholl committee is witnessing what happens when you look for excellence in a pool that hasn't been pre-sorted like that. Eyes, minds, and hearts have been open, and it's created a strong field of excellent scripts. Diversity of voice, not as a chore, but as the tremendous privilege that it is. And that process has brought me to Photo Booth, written by Spencer Harvey and Lloyd Harvey, a soulful brother and sister team writing from Australia. I asked who they were, not twins, but they write together, they direct together, and they also run a video business together, a grown-up brother and sister who really get on. If that isn't diversity, I don't know what is. I asked, how do they achieve that single voice? They work in a room together, draft after draft. But most of all, I asked, why this story? And they said because the themes of family, of parenting, were important to them. They felt compelled to write this story. They called it therapy. By opening up the tent to new voices like Spencer and Lloyd, we hear different stories, and our lives are enriched as we're transported to places we would never normally go or exposed to different points of view. But there's another pleasure you might not have considered if you're from the majority audience whose stories have always been told. That bliss of at last hearing a voice that echoes yours, glorious moment when you recognize self. I had such a moment when I read Photo Booth. It's a complex script, and at first I wasn't sure what I was reading. Was it a family drama? Was it the story of a marriage falling apart? Was it a morality tale about the consequences of infidelity? Were we going to see a bunny boiling at some stage? But why did it grab me, and why wouldn't it let me go? It took me a while to understand that what was speaking to me was the characters. Spencer and Lloyd had created complex women at all stages of motherhood, brought them to life in a tour de force of storytelling. Motherhood, in this unexpected script, is not the saintliness, the goodness, and the selflessness we associate with that word, but the grabbiness, the greed of motherhood, the messiness, the mistakes, the have-a-go element with this greatest leap of faith we make. It's all here, painful, truthful, the grand moments and the squalid bargains. And they were brave enough not to have nice characters, because not only nice people deserve our sympathy. It's a stunning piece of writing, and it spoke so loudly to me, I fully expected it to be written by a woman of a certain age, like me. How wrong was I? So we opened the tent wide because we can never know in advance who will give us that moment of bliss. Your script did that for me, Spencer and Lloyd. Thank you for writing it.
Thank you.
I'm a little blown away. I'm sorry. Thank you, Miss Sun. Thank you so much for those beautiful words. And I want to extend that thank you to Effie and Rodrigo and these incredible actors here tonight for bringing our humble words to life. So thank you very much. You guys. We feel ill-equipped just to stand on this stage and speak after you, but my sister and I will try. So.
And we're used to sharing because our parents taught us so, and so we're going to share our speech.
Yes, we will. Yeah.
To us, this screenplay started out as a seed of an idea, and it has only been allowed to grow because of the care of others. Our parents, our first loves, who taught us that ideas are worth planting.
Our partners, Louisa and Garth, who tended to it, reading every draft, often out loud and with as much feeling and fervour as the first time.
Our writers group in Sydney, some of whom are here, who ordered our seed in 10-page instalments, encouraging it and us to grow.
And as it grew, it absorbed these caretakers into itself, into its roots, its trunk. To our friends, Harry Abramides, Ben Egan, and Ben Smith, who became its first branches, urging it to reach beyond our backyard.
To Amanda Himpson, who 3 years ago believed in our seed before it had sprouted, and today, with our agents, Blair Cohen and David Flynn, have filled our tree with bright green leaves that embellish our tree's first flower. And that flower is the Academy Nicholl Fellowship.
So to us, each petal of that flower is a reader, a judge, and each and every member of the esteemed committee. There's a petal for Greg and Joan, and for the whole Nicholl team who truly believe in what they do and the little seeds that we and our incredible fellow finalists and fellows bring to their garden, a garden which we are grateful to be in forever planted.
For us, this fellowship truly is a gift for which this thank you note seems far too small. We will cherish this moment, we will cherish this evening, and for us, for allowing Australians into the house, thank you.
Thank you.